freaking wire. Oh, hey. How y'all been? This is Retro Kid saying, hey, what's up? How things been? And, yeah. Let's talk about, Series 7, or Season 7 of Doctor Who, overall. Let me get this stuff out of the way. Well, I'm gonna do two parts. I'm just gonna give my overall impressions on the last half of The Doctor and the Pawns, and my overall thoughts on the Christmas special to the other half of Clara's take on the season. And that's pretty much my biggest problem. It should have been separate. I know probably a lot of fans already had this kind of debate than myself. But if you're going to do both these things, Moppet, you should have. At least focused on one of them. You wanted to close out, yes, I understand. More than anything in the world, you can write a good send-off episode. I can kind of trust you there. And it felt crammed, both these story arcs in this season. It felt very crushed. And to my UK audience, I do apologize for any mispronunciations on any, thing. So my bad. However, I do like the Dalek episode, though we didn't get to see all of the Daleks from the past years of the Doctor's life. It's kind of a disappointment to me, too, because I really wanted to see pretty much all the other ones, special weapons, most importantly. And I did like the idea of the Weeping Angel setting off his companions. I just didn't like how it was executed, because it was a New York story. I'm a New Yorker, and I thought, maybe it was a bigger thing. Maybe, it just have, multiple statues all over Manhattan and just, go nuts. Not really. I mean, I did like them using, teaser images of, the Statue of Liberty becoming a Weeping Angel. It was not bad. The story was a little thin, but how they got out was probably the best acting I've seen from both Arthur and Karen in the slice to my mind. So, overall, as a bad episode that I would hate to watch again as far as this series goes, I don't really know. I mean, this is their last season. I want to say maybe Power of 3, because it was just it was just a pretty easy, conclusion now that I think about it. Yeah, it was just an easy situation that just dragged itself out, honestly.